So, India has about 200,000 plus PhD students across the country, and I want a part of this conversation to specifically address them. One of the questions I get from my own graduate students is, should I go for a postdoc or should I do something else right away? What was your line of thinking? Why did you choose to go to Quran, or how would you now parse that decision?
Um, I got very lucky. Around the time I was graduating, finishing my PhD, in the kind of early 90s, it was not uncommon to look for faculty positions right out of soon after your PhD. Postdoc was in engineering, not that common, right? And
But in the sciences,
yes, well, it was not as common as it was not as common, and definitely not as extended as it has become now.
yes,
Right?
sure, sure.
I was fortunate that I interviewed for a faculty position at Caltech, and around the same time I had an offer for a postdoc from Quran, and Caltech was somewhat slow in making its decision. So, but I was given reason to believe that I would be the candidate selected. So, in fact, the chair of the committee said, "Listen, you're our preferred candidate. It'll take some time for us to make you an offer. So why don't you go spend some time doing your postdoc?" And especially since I had this offer from an attractive place. And once I went to Quran, I got an offer. But then I was intellectually so engaged, I just went back and called Caltech and said, "Hey, can I stay one more year?" So in fact, and those 2 years were just absolutely fantastic intellectually. Now, the two postdocs can be, the postdoctoral stay can be fantastic because when you're doing a PhD, you are doing research on the supervision of someone. You are, you're basically, you're learning skills, but you're also kind of inspired by a vision of somebody else, your guide or your mentor or your advisor, whatever you call it. Postdoc is really the first time you can really think for yourself. You still don't have all the bureaucracy of responsibilities you have to have as a faculty member. So it's a period when you really can focus on thinking, right? Every researcher thinks differently. And you become a researcher the day you realize what is your unique voice, your unique way of thinking. And postdoctoral stay is really this period that you can do that, because you really can dig deep. You have some confidence that you have done something important already through your PhD, and now you can really figure out who you are as a researcher. The problem often is that it's also that you don't have a permanent position. So as a postdoc, you are constantly worried about what your next stage is. And I was fortunate that I did not have that worry. So I really could focus in at that time and think hard and deep about who I wanted to become as a researcher, or what are the kinds of problems that I wanted to work on.